If you're an INFJ personality type, you might have some weird behaviors that you are not even aware of. Here are 9 weird behaviors of INFJ personality types. Number 1. INFJs can be extremely private individuals. INFJs are frequently undervalued because of their quiet, private personalities. They don't usually stand out or get into lengthy chats immediately. While this may appear aloof, many INFJs just find comfort in isolation and value the opportunity to think in private. INFJs are exceptional people that provide insightful analysis into difficult circumstances by viewing things from a different perspective. Despite having a reserved demeanor, they are highly devoted once they connect with someone and find it easy to create friends. The INFJ has an extremely deep and intricate inner world as a result of their introverted intuition. They have active imaginations, which makes them yearn to be alone for extended periods of time. At times, particularly when the INFJ is in dire need of this alone time, this might lead to them being distant from others. Because INFJs are closed off to others and have a lot of their identity wrapped up inside of them, others seldom get to see how much of who they are and what they believe or feel. Most people find it difficult to connect with INFJs because of their ability to keep others at a distance, which perpetuates a negative cycle. It's possible for people to misread the INFJ's difficulty opening up and need for solitude, which might be regarded as weird behavior. It takes time for outsiders to comprehend the complexity of an INFJ's intellect, but the effort is worthwhile. Number 2. INFJs can read people like a book. Because of their innate capacity to look beyond the apparent, INFJs stand out when it comes to comprehending emotions. Even the most perceptive people might fall short in comparison to them because of their exceptional talent for reading people's inner motivations and detecting their suppressed emotions. INFJs also have a propensity for being extremely perceptive, and they frequently have the capacity to notice minute changes in behavior or expression. These characteristics enable them to have remarkable insight into the mental and emotional states of individuals around them. INFJs are exceptional people because they are very intuitive and have a profound compassion for others around them. They notice what others overlook, and they are so good at reading others like a book that people can consider it weird. Number 3. INFJs can be surprisingly impulsive. Yes, INFJs may be impulsive, and when they are, it can have a positive or negative impact on the environment around them. If you've looked into the INFJ personality type, you're probably already familiar with the quiet, restrained, and cautious side of the INFJ. INFJs love order, structure, and organization, even though they are not often referred to as cautious. It's difficult to see someone of this sort veering off course and taking a spontaneous, impetuous course given their cool-headed demeanor. Sometimes, when their emotions take over, they become impulsive. When they want to make a difference or find themselves in a tough circumstance that they weren't expecting, INFJs frequently get emotionally motivated. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. INFJs have problems with standing their ground. INFJs despise confrontation and will often act to prevent it, but this is one domain where their viewpoint can be affected. Advocates frequently fail to see that disagreement can really serve a beneficial goal by establishing a good give-and-take mechanism and providing all parties with the opportunity to effectively address their problem. Instead of reflexively believing that all arguing is bad, INFJs would be advised to acknowledge the importance of open and honest communication. Number 5. INFJs always try to predict the future. INFJs put all of the information together into a vision or perception of what will happen in the future thanks to their introverted intuition. This epiphany typically occurs in a split second of clarity and accuracy. All of this could seem cryptic and perplexing. INFJs have the ability to look into the future, which makes them strategic, creative, and secretive. INFJs may see patterns, symbolism, strategies, and potential outcomes. Since they are always in this mental state, it may seem as though they are psychos, but it is simply the way they are used to viewing reality and taking in the information around them. INFJs have a keen sense of the future and are continuously alert for circumstances or events that could affect or influence impending events. Everything is seen from the perspective of how it will all turn out in the end. People find it quite strange and unsettling because INFJs are more aware of potential consequences or changes than other personality types. Number 6. In INFJ's life, everything must be perfect. Perfectionists are frequently responsible, well-organized, and careful people. INFJs are definitely perfectionists, and they have incredibly high standards for both themselves and other people, and take tremendous satisfaction in their accomplishments. INFJs prefer to work on projects that need meticulous attention to detail and order. Although perfectionism has advantages and disadvantages, you can be sure that individuals who strive for perfection like INFJs will never accept anything less than what they deem to be just right. A lot of people consider these perfectionist tendencies as a weird habit of INFJ personality types. Number 7. INFJs can act weird around people they do not know. INFJs may display or behave in an uncomfortable manner. However, this is typically a result of their outstanding intuition and empathy. Since they can see things that others cannot, they frequently find the surroundings to be stressful and disturbing. Having to decide whether or not to speak up about what they see because most others won't understand, or to keep it to themselves. Because of this, the INFJ could become tense around particular people, especially if they have information about them that they would like to keep private. People don't always understand it, which can lead to tension that makes the INFJs feel uneasy rather than the other party. So despite their charisma and ability to engage others, INFJs who have separated themselves tend to feel uneasy in social circumstances. INFJs have a surprising capacity to be outgoing and pleasant, but they don't enjoy doing this very often, since they can become worn out by the continual need to please other people. Number 8. INFJs have so many interests and hobbies. INFJs are the epitome of creative people. They are always discovering new hobbies and interests. INFJs don't exactly fit into the stereotypes of typical hobbies or occupations, but it doesn't imply they aren't creative. INFJs have a range of skills and talents just like people with other personality types do. They frequently have a gift for viewing the broad picture and are able to discern the subtleties of any circumstance or activity. INFJs tend to be highly drawn to the arts and the bigger picture of life, unlike most others. However, some INFJs could come out as being more analytical. INFJs contribute their own perspective to everything they undertake in life, from painting to music to science. Their wholesome personalities can be very weird for people, especially the ones who do not know INFJs too well. Number 9. INFJs can fight for someone else more than themselves. The last INFJ odd behavior contradicts their MBTI name of the advocate, since they excel at speaking out for others but find it difficult or unable to do the same for themselves. INFJs may fight for justice in the most amazing ways. Nelson Mandela and Gandhi are fantastic examples of an advocate, but they may neglect to care for themselves with the same zeal and vigor. This is one of the weirdest behaviors of the INFJ personality type. These videos will be really helpful for you.